The latest. Thank you for your love and support. I appreciate you all. Wonders they say shall never cease to happen in Africa. The United States of America is a nation that is pushing democracy. And before they can have anything good to do with you, you need to accept their system, which is democracy. But Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso, our AES leaders came into the scene. They came through the system of military instead of democracy. And then the United States of America came with sanctions. We saw EU with sanctions, and they said they don't want to have anything to do with this. Our leaders are all in us in Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso. But from last year, if we can see the trend, these people have been moving towards Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso, sending one delegation to the other. And today, they are in Bamako. AES, that these people said they don't want to have anything to do with, simply because they are not into their system that they can maneuver and control. So for that matter, these people are not in any way going to have any business deal with them. These are the same people who are now back in Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso. Like, it's surprising. We've seen the sanctions, we've seen the visa bans, we've seen a lot of things just to make sure our leaders in Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso kneel down to them. But that didn't happen. So they have finally decided to change their approach. And we are asking, since when did the United States of America decide to be in good terms with a nation that is not practicing democracy? Because according to them, democracy is the thing that they think is the best thing for the people. And for that matter, if you are not in that system, they don't want to have anything to do with you. I showed you where EU went there. From there, we have IMF, and now we have the United States of America. And it seems, if we are not mistaken, within this year alone, from January to this time, more than 3-4 times that these people have visited Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso, and we are asking questions. According to reports, US officials and Malian minister meet in Bamako to sustain Sahel ties. Amazing. In a move to sustain diplomatic channels are made, shifting regional alliance, Malian Foreign Minister Abdoulaye Diop received Nek Cheka, a senior official from U.S. State Department Bureau of African Affairs in Bamako on Monday, February 2nd, 2026. The meeting, attended by the U.S. ambassador to Mali, focused on the complex interplay of bilateral cooperation, counter-terrorism efforts, and economic trade. But these are the same people who told us that because they are leaders who are not democratic leaders, who people do not kill to choose. Like one time our brother from Cameroon said, these people choose the leaders for us. If truly our leaders are chosen by the majority like they always claim, like the leaders who serve the interests of us. And then the president of Sierra Leone, the ECOWAS chairperson, also told us plainly at Davos that they are serving or protecting the borders instead of protecting the people. So indirectly, they are serving the interests of the West and not us, the people. So since when did the United States of America decided to come into the scene by trying to have a bilateral cooperation or ties with Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso to counter terrorism?
The sovereignty of the eyes. That they respect the choice of the eyes. But the eyes must forget the mistakes of the past, and they will cooperate together. You see, it is strength that respects strength. But there, we do not agree. Donald Trump, you can talk all you want. We do not agree. You were the first, this Nazar Namwiga, this Gombele. Donald Trump said that the resources of the Ayers will not enter their territory. It's that the Ayers, presidents retaliated afterwards. So, you want cooperation with the Ayers today? You respect the sovereignty of the Ayers. Today, you respect the choice of the Ayers. What is happening? The uranium is finished. The gold is finished. So, we are not going to cooperate. We are not stupid. We are not naive. So, like that, you are going to ask for cooperation with the Ayers. It's so the Ayers presidents will lower their guard, and you will take action. And to kidnap the presidents of the Ayers. Like you did in Venezuela with Nicolas Maduro, the Venezuelan president. No, that is not going to happen. Donald Trump, we saw through your game. It will not happen. No, 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 no. No, no. Family. Donald Trump is asking for cooperation from the East, and he asks the Ayers to forget the schedules of the past. We cannot forget, Donald Trump. We cannot forget what you did to the Ayers. Or at least, what you are preparing to do to the Ayers. We saw that clearly. So there. We cannot accept your hypocritical collaboration. Your collaboration. That you wait for the Ayers president to lower his guard and you are going to take action. To kidnap them like you did in Venezuela, it will not happen. It happened with Patrice Lumumba, Thomas Sankara. Ikoso Kanavi. But that won't happen again, family. Give me your opinions in the comments. Me, first, I say no. We don't want a collaboration. Collaboration between the United States and the ACE. Because those people, they are hypocrites. Cunning hypocrites. They want a collaboration. Well, to try to reassure the ACE, when the ACE presidents let their guard down, to say they have a collaboration with the United States, they will take action, like what happened in Venezuela. Donald Trump, that's what you want to do there. Us, we've already seen that. There, that's what you want to do there. We've already seen that. So stop your acting, stop your acting. You should have validated the ACE sovereignty a long time ago, right? You didn't do it. You should have respected the ACE choice a long time ago. You didn't do it. It is not now that you are going to come and do it. Family, share this video to the max and give your opinions in the comments. Me first, I said, this strategy. It doesn't work with us. Yes, we are not fooled. We are not stupid, and we are not fools. It is not going to happen again. What the United States is trying to do in the Sahel. It won't happen. Family, be vigilant and stay focused. Because those people, they're into manipulation, into propaganda. To be able to destabilize the ACE. But it won't happen. When I saw this notification, it made me laugh. Donald Trump is kidding himself. This Nasser Muidas, this guy who thinks he's allowed everything. The master of the world, you are not the master of the world. You are the master in the United States, but here with us, it is I who is the master. There, a word to the wise. Homeland or death. We will.
So we have some major breaking news. The United States of America is now begging the AES, and it wants talk with the AES. The AES countries are 3, Burkina Faso, Mali and Niger. And as we're speaking right now, the United States of America is sending a delegate which is going to the capital city of Mali, Bamako, to meet with the president of Mali, Assimi Goïta, and discuss. And the United States of America is saying that it is ready to apologize for everything it has done in the region. And now the United States of America is saying that it had taken that as a misstep, only to realize that the AES require their sovereignty and they are ready to work with them. Many people in Africa are telling the presidents of the AES, especially the president of Burkina Faso, Ibrahim Traoré, he should not accept these talks because at first the United States of America even banned the 3 countries, Burkina Faso, Mali and Niger, from ever stepping into the United States of America. And they're saying the reason as to why the United States of America is going to these countries is because of their strategic positions, economic positions, and also the minerals that are found in this country. There is a lot of gold and a lot of uranium in these countries, and these countries refuse to negotiate with the United States of America after what the United States of America did to them.
And they are doing this because Russia is in Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso. And the reason to which are all in all decided to move towards the direction of Russia and China is because they've seen that These people, for decades that we have been with them, they have always maneuvered and controlled us through their system called democracy. And when they came and they wanted to fight against these same terrorist activities in Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso, and they even decided to acquire equipment, these were the same people who placed a ban. We heard Captain Ibrahim Traore telling us this, that they refuse to allow countries to sell equipment to them in order for them to protect themselves. Because, like the US Congress said, they are the sponsors of this. And as we are busy fighting among ourselves in the name of fighting against these terrorists, we see that these people always come in the guise to be carrying the resources away. So they move towards Russia. And Russia was ready to help. And that is the reason to which we are seeing that we are having more connection with Russia than these people, because Russia is ready to help us fight our sovereignty. And these ones are the ones who are telling us they are ready to help us fight, protect ourselves. But we don't see that because they didn't act in that interest. And these were the same people who were giving us sanctions, who didn't want to have anything to do with the Sahel. And now they are coming in the name of diplomacy. The high-level dialogue occurred at a sensitive time as both nations navigate the fallout of recent visa restriction imposed by Washington and the subsequent retaliatory measures announced by the Malian government. During the discussions, the American delegation signaled a clear intent to maintain an open dialogue with transition authorities. Cheka reaffirmed the United States' respect for Malian sovereignty and expressed a commitment to a partnership built on mutual respect. And we ask these people, when did this one start? When have they ever respected the African? And why now? These are people who always see the African to be inferior. And whenever we are on the same table with them, we see the treatment. And now these people are coming here to tell us they want to have a mutual partnership with respect. And now they are ready to work with a transitional government? When have they started doing this? Are these not the same people who went to Venezuela to capture Nicolas Maduro because they believe that he is a dictator? He's not a democratic leader? The people never elected him? And why all of a sudden they have decided to respect Malians, to respect Burkinabés, to respect the Nigerian authorities, just simply because they are military leaders? Are they not the same people who are imposing democracy on all leaders in Africa and in the world? This is amazing. And whenever these people come in this form with this kind of language, then we need to understand what they are after, because they are the people who always say, never say die. By all means, they must have their way out. But this time, it's not going to work out for them. This diplomatic outreach is part of a broader U.S. regional initiative across the Central Sahel aimed at stabilizing relations with nations that have recently undergone significant political and security realignment. Minister Abdoulaye Diop acknowledged the American position but underscored the necessity for Washington to adapt its perspective to new geopolitical realities. He significantly pointed to the emergence of the Confederation of Sahel states, comprising Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso as a primary sub-regional framework for security and governance. As the U.S. official prepares to continue his consultation in neighboring countries, the Bamako meeting served as a critical test for whether the two nations can maintain functional ties despite their differing approaches to regional architecture and internal sanctions. It's amazing. These people can never survive without us. And for that matter, they are ready to go to any length in order to make sure they continue to be with us. Ever since we kicked them out, they have never known peace. And they've seen that Russia is building us up. And they are seeing how they are failing, because the moment they lose grip on Africa, that is the end. So they must also make sure they have their influence in Africa. So they are trying to come in the guise of diplomacy, which we know these people can never have that kind of relationship with us, because they never see us to be at that level. The respect we are getting from China, we are getting from Russia, isn't what they are getting. They have nothing. They depend on Africa for everything. And now we are seeing who is who. And we hope those in the democratic elected are watching, because these ones are already in the control of these people, so they don't need to waste their time on them. These our leaders are only thinking about elections, democracy, without any accountability, without any sort of interest in the continent. And these are the people they want. I listened to a documentary and how Russia brought Vladimir Putin, who has been able to neutralize these people. And it was so amazing. I'll look for it and share it with you. And this is the same tactics and approach our all-in-alls are using. And that is why they fit into the same category with Russia. And I'm sure that is why they are so close to Russia, and Russia is teaching them how to deal with these people. Because the same thing that they are doing to our all-in-alls is the same thing that they did when Vladimir Putin came. When they tried to use every other mission that they can use and it didn't succeed, they now try to come through this diplomacy. Putin knows them very well, and he was able to put them at their rightful place. And finally, they have to change their approach, now ready to work with us, which we know is not to work with us, but to get their influence, because they believe that they must not fail, and they believe that they have to win by all means. But this is not the Africa they used to know. This is a different Africa, and we will fight for the total liberation of our continent. We are the only ones that can set ourselves free. United we stand, divided we fall. And united we keep standing forever and ever. The greatest enemy of the African is mental slavery. So let's decolonize ourselves from mental slavery. Let's keep sharing to educate our brothers and sisters. Together we make Africa great for ourselves and the next generations that are going to come. So that's the latest around the world and in the United States of America.